Ruth Langsford, staying silent over Eamonn Holmes' new girlfriend Katie Alexander. Vanessa Feltz has explained how Ruth Langsford is really coping with her Eamonn Holmes split, as the former ITV star moves on with new girlfriend Katie Alexander. Loose Women star Ruth split from Eamonn earlier this year. After the relationship breakdown, Vanessa told The Sun Ruth is taking a more private approach. She said, "Of course, she's my actual friend in real life. I've been in contact, but I certainly respect her and admire her dignity and her silence over this. I respect her desire, quite rightly, to keep this, as you know, from her perspective, dignified, quiet, and just deal with it on her own privately." Back at Christmas 2022, Vanessa was left heartbroken after discovering her partner of 16 years had cheated on her. In the aftermath, Ruth praised Vanessa for the way she dealt with the public split. She said on Loose Women in the wake of the breakup last year, "I have to say, Vanessa is a friend of mine and my heart is breaking for her. It's hard enough when you go through a breakup, but when you have to do it so publicly it's so hard. I think she has taken ownership of this though and she's poured her heart out on social media, but it is true, once the trust is gone, you can never get it back." Vanessa later joked, "I just think if Davina McCall does what she says she'll do, and Davina does often do what she says she'll do, so she says that she wants to do, instead of my mom, your dad, your grandma, my grandpa. Sign me the FK up for that, book me, I want to be the first celebrity signee for that, and let her find me someone's nice grandpa and fix me up, I think that'd be great." In recent developments surrounding the personal lives of television presenters Ruth Langsford and Eamonn Holmes, the spotlight has shifted to Holmes' new relationship with Katie Alexander. While many fans and followers are eager to know more about the dynamics of the situation, Ruth Langsford has chosen to remain silent. Background: Ruth Langsford and Eamonn Holmes were a beloved couple on television, co-presenting shows like This Morning for several years. Their on-screen chemistry and candid discussions endeared them to audiences. However, their separation in 2022 surprised many, leading to speculation about their personal lives. Eamonn's new relationship with Katie Alexander, a 42-year-old businesswoman, has sparked conversations among fans and the media alike. The couple has been spotted together at various events, igniting curiosity about their romance. Ruth's response: despite the media frenzy, Ruth Langsford has opted for a quiet approach. Friends close to her indicate that she is focused on her own career and well-being. Ruth has been actively engaged in various projects, including her work on Loose Women, where she has continued to be a prominent voice. Her decision to stay silent about Eamonn's new relationship may reflect a desire to maintain her privacy during this transitional period. Sources suggest that Ruth is taking a mature stance, choosing not to engage in public discussions that could lead to further speculation or drama. This approach resonates with many fans who respect her for prioritizing her own mental health and professional commitments. Public reactions: fans and followers have taken to social media to express their support for Ruth. Many appreciate her grace and maturity in handling the situation, emphasizing that it's essential for both parties to move on in their own way. Some have even suggested that Ruth's silence is a sign of her strength, allowing her to reclaim her narrative in the public eye. On the other hand, Eamonn Holmes has been open about his new relationship, often sharing glimpses of his life with Katie on social media. While some have praised his newfound happiness, others have drawn comparisons to his previous relationship with Ruth, leading to mixed reactions from the public. Moving forward, as Ruth continues to focus on her career and personal growth, fans remain hopeful for her future. The television presenter has a strong fanbase that supports her endeavors, whether in her professional life or her personal journey. While Eamonn Holmes and Katie Alexander's relationship continues to develop, it seems Ruth Langsford is determined to carve her own path, prioritizing her happiness and professional goals. Conclusion: in a world where celebrity relationships often play out in the public eye, Ruth Langsford's decision to stay silent speaks volumes. By focusing on her career and well-being, she sets a powerful example of resilience and self-care. As the narrative unfolds, it will be interesting to see how both individuals continue to navigate their paths, independently and respectfully. Ruth Langsford parties with her wedding ring on despite hiring top divorce lawyer. Ruth Langsford showed off her glam looks as she gave ex Eamonn Holmes a glimpse at what he is missing after the couple's marriage came to an end earlier this year. Ruth Langsford has given a glimpse of what ex-husband Eamonn Holmes is missing as she gets glamorous for a night out, but she still wears a wedding ring 4 months after the split. The 64-year-old Loose Women star wore an all-black outfit with a leopard print coat as she headed out in Manchester for dinner with friends. looking absolutely beaming as she brushes off her split from Eamonn Holmes for a night out on the town. Ruth looked happy as she headed into the restaurant and acknowledged onlookers before seeking out her friends. While she still wore her wedding ring despite splitting from Eamonn in May, she previously answered a fan's question about it. Taking to Instagram earlier this month, Ruth told the fan that she would continue to wear the wedding ring because she's still married. Eamonn, meanwhile, has seemingly moved on from their 23-year relationship, of which they were married for 14, with the TV personality showing off his new 42-year-old girlfriend. Kate Alexander is 22 years younger than Eamonn, and their relationship has turned his split from Ruth into a more toxic direction, as friends say that Kate is the one for Eamonn. Ruth has reportedly instructed divorce lawyer Catherine Costley, who is known for her fierce dealings, and she is hoping that Costley will secure an appropriate financial settlement before finalizing Ruth's divorce from Eamonn. Costley has had experience of some of the biggest divorces in UK history, working for Baroness Fiona Shackleton as she represented now King Charles during his split from Princess Diana, and also Sir Paul McCartney's high-profile divorce. Eamonn has been using a wheelchair in recent times as she suffers a number of health issues, and Ruth has reportedly removed the stairlift from their home in Surrey, now that Eamonn has moved out permanently. Insiders have claimed that this was a little bit of revenge on the news presenter, as he will no longer be able to collect any items of his from the first floor of their £3.5 million mansion. Ruth's close friend, Vanessa Feltz, has given an insight into how the loose women star is coping since the split. She told The Sun that Ruth is taking a more private approach. Vanessa said, "Of course, she's my actual friend in real life. I've been in contact, but I certainly respect her and admire her dignity and her silence over this. I respect her desire, quite rightly, to keep this, as you know, from her perspective, dignified, quiet, and just deal with it on her own privately." On the town glam, Ruth Langsford shows ex-Eamonn Holmes what he's missing in leopard print, but she's still wearing her wedding ring. Ruth could not stop smiling as she arrived for a night out with family and friends. Ruth Langsford looking absolutely beaming as she brushes off her split from Eamonn Holmes for a night out on the town. The loose women star, 64, looked glam in an all-black outfit and leopard print coat as she stepped out to meet friends for dinner in Manchester. With her signature blonde bob and a small black handbag over her shoulder, Ruth looked in good spirits as she arrived at the restaurant. She looked cool and casual as she smiled at onlookers before heading inside. Noticeably, Ruth was still wearing her wedding ring despite her split from husband Eamonn in May. Ruth had previously addressed the decision, telling a fan on Instagram who quizzed her on it in September that she wouldn't take it off as she's still married. The pair had been together for 23 years and married for 14 before they shockingly announced they had gone their separate ways. While initially seeming to keep things amicable between them, Eamonn, 64, showing off a new love with 42-year-old girlfriend, Katie Alexander, seems to have soured their cordial breakup. Now Ruth is embracing a brand new look and lease on life as she moves on from the relationship. Fighting back, Eamonn has already been seen on holiday with new girlfriend Katie Alexander, with friends reportedly claiming that she is the one for him. Ruth has now lawyered up with fierce divorce attorney Catherine Costley in order to navigate a financial settlement and officially end their marriage. Costley is a protege of Baroness Fiona Shackleton, who was enlisted by Paul McCartney in his breakup. The big gun legal eagle has worked under the country's top divorce lawyer, Steel Magnolia, Baroness Fiona Shackleton, who represented Charles in his split from Diana and Sir Paul McCartney. Last week, it was revealed that Ruth had even removed the stairlift in the £3.5 million Surrey home she once shared with Eamonn, so he would be unable to collect any of his things from the first floor. Eamonn, who now largely relies on a wheelchair to get around after years of health issues, relied on the stairlift to get around the house. Insiders suggest that this has been Ruth's special brand of revenge, after Eamonn has wasted no time in flaunting his new relationship. Eamonn was reportedly due to return to the Weybridge property to collect the last of his belongings, but found the stairlift missing when he went there, according to the Daily Mail. The source told the publication, "Ruth has remained quiet and classy. Even when people bring up what Eamonn has been up to, she stays silent and just smiles. She thinks that is the best way. But one thing she would see every day was the stairlift which Eamonn installed. Ruth doesn't need it. She's super fit and healthy, but she knew Eamonn probably would struggle when he had to go the house to get some bits he needed for the holiday.